Hey guys, and welcome back to Salty Speed. In today's video we're going to be installing a AEM water methanol kit. I got the kit right here, as you can see. We're going to open it up and we'll see what's inside. So this kit comes with your hose for your methanol from your tank to your nozzle and your intercooler piping. Also, this is your tank that's going to mount in the back of your car and hold your water methanol. This is the 1.15 gallon tank. That's pretty cool. Next is your wiring for your AEM water methanol controller. So we're gonna have to install that as well. Next, it comes with tubing from your tank to your water methanol pump. It also comes with this loom. I'm assuming it's for just to protect your hose that's going from your tank to your intercooler pipe. It also comes with the AEM water methanol controller, so we're going to have to find a spot to put that in the car, and it comes with some miscellaneous hardware to mount your pump and your tank in the back of your car. Next, we got the pump. Here is the water methanol pump that we got to mount in the back of the car as well. This is pretty cool. It looks like really good quality. This is my first time installing this kit, so you're learning just as well as I am, so let's get at it. So the first step to installing this kit, or at least the first step I'm going to take, is mounting your tank and your pump in the back of your car. So I'm going to be putting my tank in this area right here, just because I'm going to be having my tube for the methanol going up the passenger side and out to the firewall and into my intercooler pipe. So we're going to have to make up some brackets that are going to allow us to mount the tank nice and sturdy. So here I have some L brackets that I'm going to be using to mount my tank in the back of the car. They were just straight pieces of metal, but I just bent them and made them into a L. So we're gonna have to drill some holes so we can mount our tank. So let's hop to the back of the car and let's see how we're gonna mount these in place. Okay guys, so this is what I came up with. Don't judge the fabricating skills yet. It's not done. This is about halfway through. We're just trying to figure out how to stiffen it up a little bit because it's a little bit flimsy, but as you can see, we have it mounted to the chassis there, and on the other side with our L brackets, and you can see the bolts back there. I just threw this plate on back here because I'm going to be putting, hopefully, if we can make it happen, a bar going back here, and I'm going to riv nut into that metal back there and run a bar to that plate right there, and that should stiffen it up a little bit to provide some support. So this is what it's looking like right now. It all has to be took apart again after I get it all installed to be painted, and obviously these cut off. If I shut the hatch back there now, I'd probably break the window out, so let's hope we don't forget about that. But yeah, so these are going to have to be cut off here when we're all finished up, and it's all going to be painted black. So it's just in there right now for mock-up purposes, so we can get our tank mounted and our pump and get all the rest of the kit installed. And once we have that done, then we are going to take it all apart again and give it a nice coat of paint. I'm going to continue on with making that support, and I'll be back with you when we get that done. Alrighty guys, so I have my brace complete. This is what it's looking like. So we're going to bolt it in right there on that plate, and it's going to go back to there, and we're going to riv nut into that metal. Alright, so next thing we have to do is mount our pump. Thankfully AEM sends you some bolts for that. We have to mount it lower than the tank. That's just what they recommend. Let's see where we're going to put it. So I'm going to mount the pump just right down here. I don't think I'm going to put it this way because your hose for your methanol is going to come out here and it has to go in through this side and come out through here and go to your intercooler. So we'd have to have a hose go around and up through. So I think what I'm going to do is go this way and mount it like that. So we'll have a hose that comes here, in and out, because this pump is directional. As you can see, the directions on the pump, you go in through here and out that way. So let's get started with mounting. Guys, so what I did is I actually took off the mount from the pump. So it's just going to be easier for us to drill our holes. So we'll just set down our plate where we're going to go, and we'll drill all 4 of the holes, and I'll get back to you when I get that done. Alrighty guys, so we got our pump mounted. As you can see, it's stiff, it's rubber mounted, looks good. So now we can begin the plumbing portion of the install. Alrighty guys, so I have my line coming from the tank going down and into the pump, as you can see. And now we're just going to take the rest of this line, we're going to put it into the other side of the pump, and we're going to run it all the way up along and up and through the firewall, and then we have to drill and tap the intercooler piping. Alrighty guys, so we got our other hose ran, so I'll just show you how I got that routed now. We have it coming out of our tank, or our pump, sorry, and it's coming up, runs down along with the our battery wire, comes along here, goes up in through there, and it's poked out through the firewall. As you can see, here's our line. It's coming out through the firewall down there. And now what we're gonna do is tap our intercooler piping to fit a 1/8 NTP thread. Then we can thread in our AEM nozzle that's gonna squirt our water methanol into our intake manifold. So yeah, it's gonna be right around right here. It's gonna work perfect for where we have our hose ran through. So let's get to tapping into our intercooler piping. All right, so first things first is we have to remove our intercooler piping, so let's get at it. Alrighty guys, so we got our intercooler piping off, and now we are going to drill and tap our intercooler piping. I have it marked off right there where I want to tap it to. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so to tap a 1/8 NPT thread, you need a 11 30-seconds drill bit. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. Right there, 11 30-seconds. First, we're going to drill a pilot hole with a smaller drill bit, and then we'll get to using our actual drill bit for our tap. Okay, so there goes our pilot hole. Now we're going to throw in our 11 30-seconds drill bit, and let's do it. Alrighty guys, so there we go, we have our hole. And yeah, so let's tap it. This is my first time doing this, so hopefully it works good. Alrighty guys, so we got it done, thank God. I was a bit nervous there, but as you can see, it has threads. And yeah, so next thing we're going to clean out this pipe, and we are going to install some thread sealant on our AEM nozzle, and we're going to get it installed. Alrighty, so here's our actual AEM nozzle, as you can see. So what we're going to do now before we install is we're going to change the jet on it. So inside here now there's a 250cc jet, and we're going to go up to 1,000, which is the biggest one you can use that AEM offers. They have a chart actually in their instruction manual which will tell you what cc you're going to want to use for your boost pressure and your power level. So we're going to be using the 1000cc one, so let's get to swapping it out. So there's our 250cc nozzle, and that's a 500 because you can see a little divot there, and there's also a little divot in the 250cc one, but the 1000cc one there is no divot, so it's just flat on the bottom. That's how you can tell that it's 1,000. So let's throw this back together. Now we're gonna take this piece, make sure your O-ring is on the top. We're just gonna drop it down. There you go. Now we're gonna take our push lock fitting. I'm gonna put him in. And you're gonna take your clip. Okay, I found all the pieces. What a fright. Whew, it went everywhere. But yeah, we got it together. Keep your finger on top of it when you press it in, because it will come popping out if you don't. Learn from me, don't do that. That sucked. Just crawling around on my hands and knees trying to find that for the last half hour, the little pieces. But yeah, we got it. Just jam your clip back in. See the clip there, and that'll hold in your push lock fitting. And that's your 1000cc nozzle installed. So I have the nozzle in the pipe. We're just going to tighten it down. I also threw a little bit of thread sealer on there. So there we go. We have our fully installed AEM water methanol nozzle. You can see down in there, poking out. Let's throw it back on the car. And just like that, intercooler piping's back on. Let's connect our tube for our water methanol onto our nozzle. Cool, so we have our water methanol kit all plumbed up. So as you can see, there's our hose going into our nozzle we just installed into our intercooler piping. I have this wire loom going around the hose just so it can protect it. Alrighty guys, so I have the brackets off of the car again, and I got them all sanded and painted and cut down to size. So there's our two L brackets. See, there's our bracket for our that's going to hold our brace on, and there is our brace. The paint I used is this Duplicolor engine enamel, low gloss black. It's the same stuff I used on my intercooler piping, and it works good. I like the look of it, so should look pretty good in the back of the car there. So I'll get back to you guys when we are fully installing the meth kit permanently. Alrighty guys, so we got our brackets, as you saw, all painted up. They're now dry. I just shoved them back in the car with the tank. So I'll show you the final mounting setup for the tank and the pump. So here it is, as you can see. There's our pump down there, mounted nice and solid. We got our lines running from it and to the tank. Here's our setup for the tank mounting. As you can see, it looks nice in the black. I have a riv nut back there into the car, and our M6 bolt going there, and there's our brace coming back to here. We got our L brackets, they're all in, painted black. Looks good. I think it come out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. It's easy to get to from the back of the car. So yeah, so the plumbing portion and the mounting portion for the tank are all done. So now we can move on to the wiring. Alright guys, so first we have to find a spot to mount our AEM controller. So I'm gonna go look for a spot there now, and then I'll get back to you when I find a nice location for it. Here's where we are now. I'm just running my vacuum line to where I'm going to mount my controller. I'm going to tie it into the my boost gauge vacuum line, which I have out here, right there, that T, as you can see. But this line here, that line right there, coming out of the firewall, is to the boost gauge, but it's a little bit too big for that fitting that AEM sends you, so I'm going to replace the boost gauge line that comes with the glow shift boost gauge, and I'm going to be putting some of this vacuum tubing that AEM sends you. As you can see, there's a good bit of it there, so should be no problem to get that done with this excess stuff. Okay guys, so we got all our wiring done that's going on in the back of the car. I just got to loom a few things up so it looks a bit better. You can't see the colors of the wires and things like that, but it's all wired in the back. So first thing is our fluid level low sensor. So that's right here, as you can see, and it comes along there out of the loom. The next one is our main ground, which goes straight to our battery. Here's our main red power supply, sorry. So that's all done. AEM supplies connectors, as you can see here. For that, they just fits right onto the terminals, and this is where they recommend you putting them. The next two wires are the orange, which is the pump ground, as you can see here going into the pump. It's our pump ground, that's the orange wire. And our pink wire is the pump positive power wire, as you can see going into the pump, and that goes into our pink wire. So that's all the wires you need in the back of the car. That's going to be it for the back. Let's move on to the front. Alrighty guys, so up at the front of the car here now, these are the wires that we have left to wire in, including this green one here. So this is your AEM arm wire. This is what your 12 volt switched power is going to go to. So we got to run that over to an ignition source. 12 volt, switch 12 volt. This guy goes to your LED for your AEM, like it's a low fluid light. Just let you know that your fluid is running low, your methanol, and that's your ground for the LED, that gray one. Here's my LED,
as you can see. It's a pretty cool spot. It's actually your factory, where your factory like little cubby hole thing is. There's usually a red light there, but I just popped it out. It's only held in with glue, and I shoved that in. It actually fits perfect, as you can see, coming out. And they'll go into the brown or the gray and violet wires there.
Alrighty guys, so I'm just gonna wire all that in, and I'll be back when it's all finalized. Okay guys, so we have it all wired in. As you can see, that's where my low level sensor light's going to be, an error code light. There's our controller there when we flick the key on. As you can see, there's our light blinking, telling us that there's low fluid, and our sensor, or our controller blinking, because there's low fluid, because there is no fluid in there yet. So we're going to put some distilled water in there and unplug our hose from our intercooler pipe. See, can we flush out the system, see does everything work. Alrighty guys, so this is what we're going to be using to run in the meth tank. Boost Juice by Snow Performance. This is a 50-50 mix of methanol and distilled water. So yeah, we're gonna give this a shot and we're gonna throw it into the tank. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, our pump works. Everything's set up good. We just ran it through with distilled water. We got nothing left in the tank. So it's just time to throw some Boost Juice in there, and hopefully soon we'll get her tuned. Alrighty guys, so that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. We got the meth kit installed and ready to go. Hopefully now in the next few weeks we'll have some more videos out of the car being tuned. So thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate all the support. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and stay fast.